guys, welcome back to Domicom channel. We're here again at Endless Gaming. If you want to know their website, it's www.endlessgaming.net. They actually have a really kind of nice setup here where basically they've landed together Xbox 360s and PCs, so as people are waiting for games, they got something to do. We're here again with Jake, one of the press gangers in the Raleigh area. We're going to be reviewing Hordes tactics this time, and the two factions that we're going to be working with today are Scorn and Legion of Everblight. So, change of scenery, we're doing it outside the store, where there's a series of tables, as well as what we were doing last time, which was inside the store. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop right now, so Jake can take over.
Alright, so here we have Hordes, and Hordes is a little bit different than Warmachine in the fact that it's Fury instead of Focus. In Warmachine, you really want to kill the caster. The caster is everything. In Hordes, it's very similar, but instead, you want to go for the beasts first. The more beasts that you kill, you cripple the enemy. You make them so much less effective when you actually destroy the beasts first that it opens up more possibilities and it becomes a better game. So right here we have an example. We have Legion of Everblight on the top of two. Legion went first, and then Scorn and they went second. So on the top of two, everyone ran up, and on their turn, they moved up cautiously, but ran up as well. Here, we have it so that, and over here, Morgul has admonition on him, a little bit of protection. But over here, we have pulled in all of my Fury, so Lilith is back to 5, and we'll see how we can win, or at least cripple the enemy caster in one turn. So the main thing that I'm going to want to try to do here is gun for these beasts, while maintaining a safe distance away from an assassination vector from that caster. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to try to see if I can pop a shot with Lilith. Lilith wants to move up to just be within 12, so her control range is only a 10 because she's only Fury 5. So we just have to kind of guess, and that looks like it could be 12. So we'll leave it there. And we'll go ahead and we'll pop her feet so that everyone gets an additional attack die, so that we can see if we can pop a shot on Morgul. Alright, so then we check range, 12-inch range. I did, I just got him. We're going to boost still, just because it's always good to boost, but now we have 4 dice in the attack roll. So to shoot him with the bow, alright, that'll hit. He's got defense 17, she's got a rat of 7, so I needed a 10. And what I rolled was a 17, so that definitely hits him. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is roll damage. There's no sense in boosting this, we want to save her Fury, just in case. So, he's only armor 13, so this is only going to be dice minus 1. So that'd be 8 damage to him. He's definitely going to transfer that. So he spends 1 of this Fury to put it onto one of his beasts. Normally, he'd put it onto one of these 2 guys. Maybe not the Titan, maybe, depending on the player. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to worry that he shunted the hit. Yeah, he moved the damage. We'll say that he moved it to that guy. So he moved the damage to that guy. So he took 8 damage to column 2, softening up a little bit. They've got 22 health each, so that puts him down to 14 health. So net here, we want to see if we can do the 36 damage to kill both of these 2, and maybe see if we can do a little bit of damage to them, to that big guy back there. So the next step that we have is we spend 3 to put Parasite onto Morgul. Parasite lowers his armor even more. That will lower his armor and bring it down to a 10, meaning that all of my attacks will do considerable more damage. And then with this last Fury, I'm going to buy another attack. And now, I need a 10. Alright, so that hits. That hits with that. And now we're at dice plus 2. We care about the damage a lot here. So that moves away, and we're at dice plus 2. So that does 7 more damage. He's not going to take that. He's going to take that and transfer that away as well. So he's going to move that to probably this guy, because this guy's kind of in prime position to die. So he's going to take it to this guy. So this guy is now down 7 damage to column 2. So he's now down to 15. So net there, we only have 29 damage, which is a lot easier to accomplish. And we have our feet up. So the one big thing that we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to go hot. Since we've used all of our fury here, we're going to be able to run all of these guys to full and not really worry about it. If they frenzy, whatever. The only people that we're going to really worry about are going to be the Shredders and Lilith. The Carnivian is going to go run and block that gate. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have him charge. He's got a special rule called Assault, so that when he charges, he can charge and then use his spray. So we're going to say that he just went and did his 9.5 and charged this guy right here with a spray. So he charged, and then the spray will go off. The spray will cut down and it will hit him and him. And if we planned it right, then it'll hit him as well. So we did it on him. So it'll go in and it'll clip him and it'll clip Morgul, not the Tide Gladiator. So we'll get him and Morgul. So the first thing that we do, it's automatically get the additional die because of her feet, so against him. So he's a rat of a 4 versus any charge. That's 1 to charge. So that's rat of a 4 versus a 13. So that will miss. So now on Morgul, we're going to want to boost so that we get that extra damage. He's got no fury left, so let's put the damage on. So we need to get a 13. Let's give me average dice. That'll work. Alright, so now right here we have a 13 with 8 plus 3 plus 5, which is 15. So that would hit him. And now we'll go ahead and we'll boost the damage on the spray against Morgul. So this is a POW 14, so with Parasite, this is going to be dice plus 4. This very well could kill him. And it does.
Let's pretend it didn't kill him.
Yeah. Alright, so if we have these two guys right here, we want to take these out so that we have more control over the battlefield. So he already had spent all that fury. He's still charged. We haven't even done our charge attack yet. So we're going to try to put some damage onto that one. So to charge, it's automatically an additional die because of her feet. So that will hit with an 8. 8 plus his mat of a 6 exceeds the defense of 13. So this is the charge attack. We charge the most powerful weapon, the POW, 18 bite. So this would be a dice plus 1. So this would be 11 damage to column 1. So this one, remember, only had 14 left. So he's just got only 3 left. So we're not even going to bother dedicating one of our talents to him. We want to dedicate our talents to him to try to knock him out. So the next 2 attacks, additional die because of her feet against him. That'll hit him. And this is a POW 16, so this is dice minus 1. So that'd be 5 damage to him. So now he is down to 10. And then we have his final base attack, which will hit because of her feet, and at dice minus 1. So that's another 5 damage. So he's down to 5. He's a Fury 4, so he's got 1 more that he can spend. So he buys that last one to buy a jaw attack onto that far guy, and that will hit, and that will automatically kill him since the POW exceeds the life that he has left. It'll kill him. So then he would die, and the Fury would go back to Morgul. Then next up would be these guys. First thing you want to do is make one of them go rabid. And then the next step is he's going to charge. He's going to go ahead and charge that guy. You can see him. He can go right over the wall. Just moves right up. So he's got 1 attack with 4 dice because rabid makes him boosted. So that would hit, and then it's a charge attack. So it's a POW 10, so it's dice minus 7. And that 3 would kill this model. So he would then die, and that Fury would then go back to Morgul. The next thing we have to do is try to bulwark against this monster so that he can't kill the Carnivian. So what we're going to do is we're going to run these guys one at a time, and they get to run 12. So he's going to run up, and he's going to sit right there. And he's got 1. And then he's going to run up, sit right there. And then this guy back here is just going to move up, put tenacity on him. These three guys right here, expendable. You've written them off. We've defended the Carnivean enough that he can't be killed by this model. So, move on to their turn. He only gets one Fury left. If he had any health left, he'd be able to cut himself to gain the Fury left. And he has this one model left, that one beast. So he will always be needing, if he wants to be at full potential, which he can never be anymore, with losing all the animi from the rest of his beasts, he'd need to cut himself to do damage to gain that extra Fury. So from here out, he'd have to move up, try to kill as many as he can, or Morgul would have to move up, try to kill this model, sprint away, and then he'd have to move up and kill him. And it's just it's a tall order. We've got him in a pickle. This is a really good scenario, and if we didn't end up killing him before, he would have been dead the subsequent turn. Again, in Hordes, the main idea is you want to take out the beasts while putting maybe some damage on the caster, because the more you put, the casters have lower armor than the beasts, so if you can put hurts on the caster, then it'll transfer it off to the beasts, and you're still, the net damage that you do is still there.
What's nice here too is that if they do decide that they're going to try to take out some of these smaller war beasts, you can just lose the focus, so that there's a good chance that none of them are going to go berserk later on.
Because the Fury that you're going to take later on is going to be from this one and the 4 from him. And this 4 right here is just gone. If he manages to try to somehow, if he manages to kill this model, all the power to him. And we'll kill him with the Shredders. But he does not have enough resources left to kill all of the models left on the table.